But it was created by black people, so I mean, at the end of the day,
according to Lord Jamar, yes. According to Lord Jamar, yes.
You know.
I just think, hey, put on your boots.
What's happening, world? What's happening? We are back for another edition of Infinite Vibes. Just clapping up ourselves like we always do. Oh my God, I am Moran, the man, and ladies and gentlemen, the richest lady in the A, B-Lax in the building.
B-Lax checking in. How you feeling, brother?
I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. We kicking it. We about to talk to somebody who's been on our show. It's a family affair, sis.
A real queen in the building.
Real queen. Talameshia is back on Infinite Vibes.
What's up?
And this is a special occasion because to all our listeners, if y'all remember, when Talameshia came the first time, B-Lax was getting all the money with Lotto. So, you know, it was just me and Tally just talking, kicking it, you know what I'm saying?
I was just like traveling and, you know, I was excited that I was on the road. But, you know, I'm happy I get to meet you today because it's like you have a good energy on social media. I can see it. It's transferring over. I'm like, I want to meet this girl. Like, because I've been following you for a minute. So we got to tap in.
Now we in face to face and energy to energy. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, that Houston accent is here, y'all.
Yes.
That Houston.
Sorry, y'all.
She is from. It's all good. She is from the land of Beyonce. So
I'm
you
about
know.
to say, do people think
Big
you
H
Beyonce
Town.
when they over the phone and then
I don't know, but they definitely can compare it. They
can
definitely
go?
do.
Guess it's
I like
similar. I love it.
We do.
I think maybe it's like a Houston thing because it's a lot of women down there with deep voices.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is it?
It's just
Maybe it's in the
y'all.
food. Oh. It's just us.
Yeah, that's just y'all
That's a
thing.
Texas thing, baby.
It's a Texas thing.
Absolutely. So, you know, we always like to do a welfare check on Infinite Vibes, a mental check. How's Talameshia? Like, how you feeling?
Grinding and grieving. That's what I call it.
Right. Okay.
G&G.
Grinding and grieving.
Right.
G&G, yep. I
Absolutely.
know the feeling. We all know the feeling. Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's my first time with that feeling. I haven't had a loss like this, that close. So this is my first one.
Okay.
So for anybody that might be in the dark, Talameshia was in a relationship with the late, great, amazing Club Godzilla,
The GOAT.
Disgusting Justin,
Disgusting.
aka BKA, Beat King.
Yes.
So of course, prayers. We are all praying for you. We all are here for you. We all, you know, but at the same time, the both of us, well, all three of us rather, all three of us, we've all experienced Beat King. We've all been fortunate enough to say that we've met him and been around him. And we know that he will want you to be here.
Oh, yeah. He'll crack a joke right now.
So he was silly.
Oh, yes. He so silly that I'm still waiting on him to just walk in and say, with cameras, like a whole camera crew, and just to say it was a joke. Like, that's how silly. I'm not gonna lie.
He would go that far.
He's that far. He goes that far. So it's like, yeah, he would have cracked the joke, or he would have a shirt about it.
Right.
That part.
You know, the shirts have the messages.
Yeah. So outside of y'all being in a relationship, we do know that he was definitely trying to push you as an artist.
Oh yeah.
Well, not try. He was pushing.
He was pushing her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely
Developing you.
Yes, he was my backbone. He definitely was supportive. He was more so like on teaching me the game.
Right.
And like being self-sufficient as an independent artist and as a woman at that. And he was really big on me, just like, he was like, you're like the girl version of me. And he was like, so I just want you to be visible. Like, I just want people to see that that's who you are. And so he was really big on that. So that's why I got to keep going, because it's like, he would definitely not want me to not go.
Right.
That's
So
what it is.
what is that process like for you in the moments where you're like, I got a G&G, I like that.
Yeah.
Even we're gonna turn a negative into a positive, right?
That's what I've been doing.
What is that moment like for you being I'm in grind mode, but I also gotta address the fact that I lost a part of me, because it's a real issue, you know. It's not like, I know we try to suppress feelings and stuff like that, and we were just talking about how we, you know, drinking alcohol, like, of course it's not a problem, but it's like, it does help. You know, ease those feelings, like,
Unfortunately.
you know, like when we
Mm-hmm.
stressed out, you know, when we need those, we just need to relax. You know, how is that? How you balancing all of that for?
I call it insanity.
Okay.
I was low key in a moment, like the first, I'm gonna say for the 2 weeks, I call it insanity, because it was a lot of repetitive things, and it was a lot of up and down, emotional roller coasters. So I just had to go through it. I actually looked up like the stages of grief and stuff, because it's my first time having to deal with grief. Like, you know, because my mom is still here and my dad died before I was born. So I feel like those are the closest, you know, loss that could take me like overboard. So it's like this one was the next one. So I'm like, oh God. And it did it. So I was like, well, let me just not look at him. Like, I had to put my phone down because, you know, everyone posting, and since he put me up on game, everyone that follows him and that he follows is on my timeline pretty much. So I'm seeing everyone grieve and post, and then it's like, so I got to put social media down.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, well, let me just be high and take a few shots, even though I wasn't doing it at first. But then I was like, I did, because I know that if I do, I'm such a high energy girl that I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to smile. I'm going to be up. And I was.
Right.
So that's more so what I did. And I just did a lot of praying, a lot of talking to God, a lot of trusting, because I'm like, I can't talk to him and ask him to protect me or to give me understanding on something I already know is inevitable. We all have to go.
We do.
So I have to trust his process. And so it was just like, and then I processed the conversations me and, you know, Justin had.
Right.
We always talked about if one of us was to go. We had these talks, and I feel like that's something important to have in the household, is knowing life and death, and knowing, you know what I mean, just hypothetically, because we do that. Like I told you, we have dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like, we love South Park.
Hey,
we love
South Park.
we go to sleep South Park. We watch nothing but horror movies. We are scary movie fanatics. We run around that house scaring each other. I got footage of me scaring him. I just ain't gonna post it because he had a shirt on, so he would say don't show his titties. Y'all know him. So,
right.
You know, so it's moments like that. But it's I look at footage. I look at stuff now. I couldn't at first, and so it was just I sat back and I really just read through messages and texts, and I've been posting certain things, you know, because it's like he's been telling me the whole time. We've had conversations in bed where he'll be like, man, if I go, I'm done. I'm good. Like, I've done everything I felt I needed to do. Like, I don't want no bigger house. I don't want to leave Houston. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. I love these clubs. I love these DJs. I love the way I move. You know, he loved the way he was living. So,
I love
and he felt like he was the best version of himself. So I just processed that, and I was like, don't think of yourself. Think of him. So I was like, he ain't in pain no more. He was in a lot of pain. And I was like, I couldn't fix it. Although, you know, we was doing better health-wise. You know, eating better, working out. And he was feeling better about that in himself. But it's like, when it's something you don't know that's going on, and you can't make people go to the hospital. Right. You can't make them go to the doctor to get checked up. Right. And I feel like that's kind of heavy in the Black community, especially the older generation. And men, too. I feel like men don't. We're good. You know, we're strong. It's not nothing. It's not that serious. I'm gonna be okay. I rest. I sleep. I'm used to this. And that was him. Y'all know he drive everywhere. So not knowing that that's what's causing the issue. So,
would not get enough sleep.
Staying in a car for long hours, having blood clots in your legs, and that stuff. You know what I mean, builds up. And if you don't pay attention to that, you know, they bust or they travel. And that's how that happens. So
thank you for bringing awareness to this.
Yeah, I feel like artists, anybody who's on the road a long time, anybody who's sitting a long time, like stretch. You ain't got to be a fitness, you know, junkie or anything like that. But I think even walking and stretching, because when he did that, he didn't feel the pain. He was good. But whenever he would come back from driving or riding them 15-hour trips, you know what I mean, driving here, you know what I mean, he was coming from here.
Wow.
And he likes to drive himself. He don't really want nobody else to drive him.
Very self-sufficient.
Yeah, and he just knows, like, I'm going to get me there.
That's right.
And if I'm not in the car with him, I'm staying up with him, you know what I mean, he's by himself. And so I just thought about everything, and I was like, it's out of my hands. So that's how I took it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, unfortunately, grief is something that all three of us can't relate to, unfortunately. But do you have some peace in knowing that there was literally nothing, nobody, like, he wasn't taken from us, like, nobody took his life. It's literally nobody had any control over it. Does that help you in any way? Not really. Yeah. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Nah. Because, you know, it's okay to feel, you have every right to feel how you feel because
Right.
you know going through grief, you know what I mean. Like we all have the right to be upset when we lose somebody that we love. Like how you're feeling, you have every right to feel how you feel. If
That's
you're
true.
angry, you can be angry. If you need to cry, you can cry. That don't make you weak. That don't
Right.
make you. That don't make you look lame. Like all that toxic stuff that the internet tries to tell us to get over it stuff.
Mm-mm.
It is okay.
Yeah, I definitely realized that everyone grieves differently.
That's true.
Mhm.
And I just had to tell myself, I was like, I'm not moving for nobody else, no other way. I'm only doing it the way he would want.
That's
I'm only
right.
doing it for him. Because
Mhm.
honestly, doing this, I feel more of him than I did going to a memorial,
Wow.
than I did, you know
Beautiful.
what I mean?
Mm.
Sitting in my room, crying, looking at stuff. Like none of that made me feel him.
Mm.
But I was like, when I
Mm.
started doing this and I started tapping into the music, I was like, I can listen to him now.
Mm-hmm.
I can enjoy his music when I'm out and everyone looking at me, trying to see which reaction they're gonna get. And I'm like, I'm not gonna cry, but I am gonna probably have my moments where I exhale, and you're gonna see me exhale because my face don't lie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like it's gonna, like this morning, I did cry. My face probably shows it.
And that's
This
fine.
morning, I watched church. Shout out to DJ Era.
Hey, shout out
We
to
had
Era.
he was like, I think you should watch this service, and took 45 minutes, watched it, and I needed it. And it's like really relieved me because it talked about like wrath, like having wrath, and then like controlling that, and then, you know, just trusting what all is happening around you. And so I was like, okay. So now I'm like, all right, now that I'm doing this, it still feels unreal. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably gonna hit me, and I just hope that I'm strong enough by the end.
Right.
And I'm like, I did cry, I did all this, but you know, it's different when you don't get to see the body.
That's right.
You know, when someone's cremated, and it's crazy because that was the way me and him both said we wanted to go. It was like, you know, we don't care what you do with us when we gone, we gone.
Right.
And that's how we talk. No, for real.
That's how y'all was.
Like,
Y'all was so authentic
You're
with
right.
each
yeah,
other.
we were
Yeah.
very
Right,
like
right.
we were very council culture. Me and him talked like because the world is so sensitive today. We would be canceled because we're just so like
No PG.
yeah, like it's not that serious, but
Right.
so it's like yeah. So for me to not see that, it kind of made it still seem unreal. That's why I say like I feel like he's supposed to walk in here because you don't get to see the body and the casket and you know what I mean. And but he did.
His home going for what I saw. It looked pretty incredible.
It was amazing. It was
That's how he
nice.
would've wanted
Right,
to.
yeah, sections.
He would have wanted it. I mean, he really would have wanted it in a strip club.
Oh,
That's
word.
what he
Yeah,
really
the booty
would've
club
wanted.
would have been
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
He really would have wanted
Love
it there.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
but you know, I think they did it respectfully for you know his whole entire brand, and also
true.
you know for the people that are grieving him outside of the close circle, because we're not grieving alone.
Right.
Like, it's a lot of people, you know, like y'all, you know what I mean. Everyone has a piece of him that they're, you know, thinking about and grieving of, and they've had their moment with him, and I'm pretty sure he's affected everyone, and that energy, like you can't deny it. Like he's
That's
gonna
a
give you
fact.
something that you're gonna probably use as a headline or post because he's gonna say the craziest thing that you're like, why did you say that? But thank you.
Right.
Absolutely.
But that's what made him him. And I like how you're allowing yourself to feel every stage of grieving,
Mhm.
and you're not rushing the process. You're doing it on your own terms, and that's what it's about.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sure is.
It is, and well, I really couldn't sit still.
Mm.
I don't do well with that. I'm an overthinker. I don't know if it's an Aries thing.
Oh,
You
Lord.
Hey,
Yeah,
It is Aries thing. Crazy.
That's why
Aries in the
it's-
building.
I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
You
that's
like
okay
Virgos?
because I love Virgos, and for
Yep.
some reason I think Aries get mistaken for Virgos sometimes.
Oh,
I've
slick.
been-
Because
yeah,
how we act.
yeah, that would be.
Look
You
at
said,
her,
hey,
y'all.
hey. You said that shot will go get you. I just said
That was all that meant. It's been a shot for the Aries and Virgos.
I'm gonna take a shot for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, and he was, you know, he's a Sagittarius, so
Mm.
two fire signs. But it worked well, and so, but yeah, the
That's what's
grieving, it's been grieving and grinding. I
That's
have my
right.
moment where I exhale, and then I come back and I keep going, and then just be like, all right, and then I see like little signs. Like that's one thing I did, like kind of step back and be like, make sure you pay attention though, no matter how fast you're going, how you
Right.
moving, because I like to say I'm floating,
Mm.
just floating, and I'm like, no matter what, just make sure you pay attention, like. After the memorial, or the day of the memorial, you know, there was a cloud in the sky that I posted that looked like him. Because, funny, I got clouds
Mhm.
up there. But yeah,
This is our logo.
You know,
Infinite
I
vibe.
love it.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that the last time. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, that wasn't there, but this was definitely.
Okay, yeah, I remember
well,
this.
well,
but
not this,
see
but the
that,
logo,
you
the
know,
logo.
yeah. So, but
Yeah.
you know, and then like a rainbow that came from the rain, like just certain things I like pay attention to, and just kind of lean on as like a positive message.
That's
or
right.
Like, you know, I don't know.
Random. Have you seen like birds? Like
Birds?
Have you seen birds?
No.
Okay, so I bring this up just to help. They say like when birds come around you, that's from the other side.
Really?
That's what they say.
Mm.
Maybe I ain't pay attention.
Yeah.
But I'm
Houston got
outside
birds down.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We do see. Then I have ducks. Do ducks count?
Nah, it's like
they gotta be flying.
Specifically
flying.
like cardinals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like cardinals.
Okay.
Like birds that can like fly.
Like them red birds or something?
They say
Oh,
like that's
okay.
like a sign. Like let's say like you just walking and a bird just appears. That could be somebody from your past just trying to give you a message, let you know, hey, where I'm at, I'm straight. Like yeah, a lot of
you saying that just brought up something really scary.
Mhm.
So when we first moved into that house,
Mhm.
there was a red cardinal outside the house, but it was dead.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, he was like, oh, we need to get rid of that. Because it was outside, and so it's like you're saying a red cardinal, you said bird, and I don't know. I'm sorry, that might not be going the right direction, but it's just when you said that, I was like, when we first moved there, because we both were sad about the bird, even though he didn't like birds.
But that could have been symbolic in a
Yeah,
way,
you know.
right?
So I was like,
Wow.
So now that you say that, I'm like, okay.
whoops.
Yeah.
No,
Me
I
too.
mean,
but that's a real
signs
thing.
is signs.
Yeah.
And
Butterflies too.
Yeah.
see a lot of
If they
them.
fly on you.
Bird,
Yeah.
If they fly on you, Ladybugs,
It's crazy. After the first outing that I wanted to have, because I did develop like a slight anxiety with being in large groups of people.
Right.
Which that's why it was really hard at the memorial.
Mhm.
Like, they wanted me to speak, and I thought I would be able to, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Right.
But I was like, I want to go to the butterfly exhibit that we have in Houston. It's at the Science Museum, and it's a big dome that you go into, and it's just the habitat of butterflies, all
Right.
kinds. And I wanted to go there, so that's a good thing. Maybe I need to go and see if they land on me.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That'd be
All
good
land
for
on
you.
me.
I
Yeah.
right, and that's how I like that
I'm
too.
an animal nature girl. We love like looking into like the galaxy, the stars. He was a real nerd with that. A lot of people don't know that. Like he loved the looking into the galaxies and stars, and just he was teaching me things about it that I didn't really know. I was like, I just look, but you know more about
Right.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. Like, it's really beautiful that you were able to experience it. You was able to experience, like, real, true, genuine love.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
Like,
I definitely.
I know my introduction to you was through, Justin, aka Beat King, but I just want to know genuinely, like, what was your start in this music industry? Because I know you had a life before you met him. So how did he discover you? How did you catch his attention? Like, what was that story like for you coming into this game?
what was Talameshia doing?
Right.
Before the fame?
I was doing music, but I was in a girl group. I was in a girl group that was under Matthew Knowles.
Hold up. Sonny the Rapper?
Yes.
You was in that
yes,
group?
yes. I'm not. Yeah.
Shout out to Sonny the Rapper.
I know.
She'd have been on
Shout out
Infant Files.
Sonny.
Like,
Yeah,
she'd have
yeah.
been like, oh, that's our family. We fuck with Sonny. Shout out to
She
Sonny.
actually we was just texting on my way here. But we were in a girl group called Blush under Matthew Knowles, me, Sonny, and Bunny. Which shout out to them because they definitely came to my aid when all this happened. So, sisterhood don't go away.
It don't.
But we was a group. So me and Sonny started a group before Matthew. We had a different girl in the group. We was just grinding. I was senior in high school, and we stayed on two different sides of Houston. I was on the north side, she on the south side, and we was making it work. And was grinding around the city for a bit. Certain clubs couldn't get into, so we outside just waiting and hoping somebody come out. I'm singing, they rapping, we look crazy, you know what I mean? Matching outfits. We're like, hey, and then
Sign me.
yes, just thinking
You
that.
said sign me.
Just thinking, because I ain't gonna lie, there is a clip of Slim Thug. He's in a truck, and we're outside of the club that was called the Gatsby, at the time, or Drake, whatever, at the time, and we was outside. We couldn't get in, but he was in the truck, parked, and his window was down. He was talking to some people. So why did we think to freestyle for him? I don't know. Thinking he would change our life. I don't
Big
even know if
boss
you
of the
remember
North,
that.
man.
Because Slim Thug definitely plays a part now into who I am too. You know, my music and one of my videos. Shout out to Slim. And we ended up stumbling across the showcase with Matthew Knows at House of Darion when it was there. And we didn't know he would be there, but, you know, showcase, panel, get feedback. We're a girl group. We're just looking for guidance. Went in there, performed, and Matthew walked in. And it was like 8 people in there. Like, not even a lot of people in there. And he saw us, and he was like, y'all dope. Okay, work on this. And then so we came back the next time, implemented the feedback. He saw that. He liked that we took his, you know, guidance. And then he just for some reason, whatever song we did that time, it was more singing. So he was like, wait, that's you? Like, that's really you? Let me hear you live. And then he heard me live, and, you know, the Beyonce comparison was there. And I don't know if that persuade the signing or whatever, but got signed to him. We was with him, had a group member change, and then, you know, did a lot. And that alone was our artist development. You know, it wasn't no specific training. We just
straight to it.
Yeah, straight to it, and learn what was okay. You weren't supposed to say that, or you know what I mean, things like that, and we corrected.
Yeah,
and then, you know, parted ways, and that's when Justin, he's like, you solo now. He was like, and he liked that because he really like. He said that he always liked me, like, since 2017. He was like, but I knew that you were younger, and I knew that you were focused. He said, I didn't know if you liked guys. And he was like, and
wow,
then,
it's funny because that sound like
that's him. But he was like, I ain't know if you like guys. He said, I ain't know. He said, and then, you know, I was like, I just knew I wanted the Beyonce sounding girl or whatever. And he was like, but I was like, I'm a chill, you know. And then he's like, and you had your own Instagram because we was in a group Instagram, so you couldn't just talk specifically to the one. So then came like 2021, and then he slides in my DM, and he's like, yo, he was like, so you solo now? He was like, what you doing with your music? And I was dry about it. I was like, you know, just grinding, still pushing. And then he was like, okay. So then we just kind of started talking outside of music. Because I'm the type of person, I don't want to talk business if it ain't business. And we was just...
You knew he wasn't on...
I knew his angle, but I did know he cared. Because he did voice that a lot in support. And so I was like, okay. And he was like, let's hang out. And the hangout was instant. Like, we hung out. I had on a whole sweatsuit, baggy sweatsuit.
Yep.
Like, I'm a whole tomboy.
That's how you know it's real.
It was real.
Okay.
Yeah, I was... Yeah, and we realized we stayed like 15 minutes from each other. We was always on the north side, both from the north side. It was so much that was just like in common instantly. And he was like, I never just wanted to be around somebody all the time. And you're the person I actually like to be around a lot. And that's how it's been. And we just kind of hit it off ever since then. I don't even think he really asked me to be his girlfriend. He just said it.
It just
was
like, okay. It happened,
And he was like, yeah, it feels weird saying that. But yeah. So we both kind of stepped out on a limb with just stepping out of our comfort zone. I said I would never date an entertainer, especially a rapper, especially one like him. You know what I mean? And then he was on the note of, I'm never going public with a girl. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm forever a hoe. Can I curse? Sorry. Okay. I'm forever a hoe. You know what I mean? And I respect the brand. I respect how he moves. And I would say I never saw anything bad. I was always treated with love, respect, and he cut for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, so that kind of, and it's not even on a materialistic thing. He was emotionally there for me.
That's right.
Even though that was out of his comfort. You know
he didn't play about you.
He really didn't. He was very protective, and he was very big on, like, I don't want you signed to me, but I'm looking over, like, I just want to be an overseer to make sure you don't get played.
That's right.
He was very protective, and I was the same with him. I was like, all right, look, you good? Yeah. Because he was doing a lot himself, you know? Yeah. So when it came to the music thing, we was just locked in. His studio downstairs, mine upstairs. I'm recording, he's recording. Fire. And
I love it.
The girls, you need to scream. Okay, let me go get my friends. That was us. We come over to the house. I'm hosting me and my girls, and all right, he's scared of this pussy. Yeah. And so it was, and he had a good time. Like, it was fun. So I don't know if that answered the full question, but
it did.
It went through the timeline.
That was the start. That was a great timeline.
Yeah, because one thing, you know, just you as an artist yourself, you are very versatile. Like the country, you know,
because I listen to so much. Thank you. And he loved that. He wanted
dance slide to that.
I love that too.
Like, thank you.
I fuck with
it. He said it. He was like, you know, you're supposed to be a pop star. I know you are. You're supposed to be this mega big pop star. He's like, but I know it's gonna be hard for you. And he was like, so I know how to give you that club. the club records.
Throw it
the
all
club
in
beats.
your face.
Yeah,
That's
so
hard though. That really is hard.
yeah, he gave me the beats and he'd be like, all right, just go create something for the clubs. And I'd be like, okay. So I go up there and be like, all right, I'm ratchet. This is in the clubs. This is what I'm saying because this is what I'm doing in the clubs.
Right.
This is what we doing. This is what my friends is doing. And I come down, he'd be like, oh my God, that's it. I'm like, you sure that's not too far? That's perfect. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Because Twerk Around the Club, that's how that worked. We was chilling in the studio, and I was like, he was trying to tell me who Mr. Hanky was. He was giving me, everything's a lesson.
Legendary, yeah. Shout out Mr. Hanky.
That's all this weekend. Shout out Mr.
Yes, everything's a lesson. Always teaching me, and he was telling me, the backstory of Mr. Hanky, and then he's like, walk around the club. I said, hey, I used to love that song. I said, but you know what? It'll be really Twerk Around the Club today, and he was like, oh, dang. He said, I done birthed a ratchet, bitch. He said, I want that. And I was like, no. It's mine. It's mine. He was like, bet. He said, it's fine. Let's go.
Word.
So,
we gonna do it together,
yeah.
right?
No, he always just said, it's okay. I got my verse in the vault.
Okay.
He said, you're not going to even know. I'm just going to send it to the DJs. They're going to start playing that version. You're going to be in the club, and it's going to come on. Like, even the song I'm pushing now, that's the one he really wanted to be on. And we was prepping for him to be on the remix. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Look,
It's okay.
you pushing it. You going hard.
yeah, so it's like, I got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might could put an old verse on that one. Remix. What you
Yeah, you
think?
pull it.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, just when you get, yeah. Take
I'm
your time,
already
baby.
hearing the man Be King and Why Your Face So Ugly on the songs every time it drop because it's hard on mine. It's like he wanted them to know. Like, you hear, man,
You
Be
hear this?
King make this, boom.
Damn.
Then I'm singing.
Word.
Like, you're scaring them before I sing to them, but it's okay.
Look, right, they gonna think it's a turbo.
Like we're emotionally messing with people, but it's okay.
That's hilarious.
That is funny. That is hilarious.
So with this country record, right? Like someone like you so versatile. Where does that stem from?
Houston, rodeo. It definitely was around rodeo time. I listened to a lot of country growing up. Actually, the first concert I ever went to was Randy Travis Rodeo, which is back. No, the first one was Destiny's Child. Then the second one I ever went to without my parents with a friend of mine was to Randy Travis. I don't know why, but I learned about him that night and loved him. And my mom had me grow up listening to Shania Twain a lot. Yeah. And then, American Idol, Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. She was one of the ones.
Yeah,
she was one of the ones.
Yeah,
she still fire too.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to Carrie Underwood.
I'm curious. I said that to say, like, what is your thoughts with Beyonce? They say people feel like she was snubbed. I gotta ask, because you from Houston. They feel like she was snubbed, and then also there was some conversation that Dolly Parton had when she was saying like she came in it just randomly versus like always doing, like, it's like if you always not created country music and then you do R&B record and you don't get no R&B recognition, but what people don't realize, she was always country, because you just said the country aspect was always there. I didn't need to do country music for me to be a country artist. Can you
Especially
speak on
since
that?
we already talk country and people expect Houston. When you go to Houston, they expect us to be on horses with hats.
Yep.
Right.
But I did see guns everywhere though. I will say. What? You better not ever ride nobody in Houston. You better not.
I mean, Texas is definitely rebel.
Yeah.
Rebel
So when she snubbed, like, what you think?
I feel like, and I am a beehive.
Oh no.
But
y'all crazy.
It's not just because of that. It's just at my lower status, I feel what she feels. Because I feel like as an artist, you should be able to, if you can listen to every genre, if you can listen to all kind of music and you can appreciate it, why can't you create it?
Yeah.
And I feel like her country album is amazing. I listened to it this morning too. So I don't know. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's unique. And I do feel like the credit does deserve to be given to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not even about whether she deserves to be there. She took the time and the creativity and the money and she put a lot of messages in there that people didn't know.
She also helped a lot of black country
She opened a
artists.
lot of doors for black country artists.
Because I don't even think, respectfully, Shabuzi would have never got that nomination without. I'm just being honest, because we know how that lane is. Like, country lane is so overprotected by their kind. We know that Beyonce spearheaded it. The reason he could get highlighted.
And he thanked her for that too. And I will say that all the artists that she brought up front, they've all, applauded her and appreciated her for that. So I feel
Respectfully.
like it's gonna be like even when she performed with I think it was the Dixie Chicks on the awards, the CMAs. I felt like even then, I just feel like she gets a lot of attack, and
in a lot of ways, it's just the hypocrisy of it. It's very hypocritical because it's like, if other artists can come to hip hop, it get
because
hip hop.
Let's be clear, because in country there's like rap.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie.
Florida Georgia Line, Nelly, like y'all rapping.
Yes,
and it's cool.
Rapping. And then there's also semi ratchet country.
Yeah,
that's right.
To me, honky tonk,
but
donk is ratchet, and I loved it. Like I loved it. And then you got what's his name, Morgan
Wallace.
Yes, I feel like that's a hood nigga. Like, I don't want to call him a nigga, but that is like I feel like he really, if he was black, so I feel like he has that edge too. So
yeah,
man,
I don't know
who created these genres. Throw that shit out.
And we hate to pull the race card. We hate to do it. But it's just the
fuck out of here.
Hypocrisy. It's like really,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can come over here and get best hip hop nomination, but
and it's kind of like the thing with SZA,
Oh, for sure.
Throwing her into a lane and she being pop, or she, I think she was considering herself pop.
I believe so.
But they are throwing her in R&B, and I do think she had. I think first of all, popular music, and SZA is definitely popular music. Yeah. So
right,
I get it. I feel like it's gonna eventually fade off though, the genre thing.
Yeah, it needs
really to. It should, especially the way music is being made now, where it's already short. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of the times, if it is longer, it's always transitioning. And then a lot of times, people are bringing all kind of. I love that people are collaborating with people from another
country.
Yeah,
cross promotion.
Yes, and I think that's the right path. And we're just going through.
That's how you break those barriers when you do that. Like if a country artist, the biggest one, hop on a rap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like with Moneybagg Yo, like
Billy Ray Cyrus and Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
I feel like now it really shouldn't be anything because. They brought, first of all, I go to the country clubs. That's how I made Lose Your Cool. I was in the country clubs heavy. I'm always there. I grew up trail riding. So it's there. Boots, Daisy Dukes, T-shirts, on a horse. That's us, especially in Acres Home. Right. So it's like Zydeco and country music. We play that. We do line dancing. And in the clubs I was going to, one of them was called Whiskey River. And that's what I was writing about. Because it's a different vibe. You feel like you're in a movie. If you never really go there, you go there and it's a dance floor. Especially with clubs now having sections.
I hate it.
I like to dance. I don't want to feel, like I'm with my people, true, but I'm also with other people here. Who are you? Or I want to dance. And there's no dance floor for me to dance. But at this country club, it's all dance floor.
Right.
Inside and outside. And they play every music, every type of music in the country club. So I'm like, that's what kind of made me feel like, well, why is it a problem? Y'all playing Sexy Red in here, and y'all are getting lit to her. To Sexy Red.
Yeah, because somebody brought her country artist brought out Sexy Red.
And they went crazy. They love her.
They thought she was Prince or something. For real, they crazy.
Love her. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like people pick and choose, and I just feel like Beyonce is the easiest target because she's always succeeding, and I feel like people don't want. It's like when you're so successful and you're so good, it irks people that you're still good.
Right.
Yeah.
And that you can bring your goodness over here and conquer that.
That's facts.
And instead of applauding it and, letting it inspire you and just giving her credit.
We're mad.
So, it comes with the big goats. Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney.
They all went through it.
They did. And if y'all like history and documentaries like I do, watch the movie Origin. Because some things are not racially motivated or racially derived. Some things are just a system called caste, which means there's a hierarchy of how things need to be, and it starts from the patriarchy.
Right. Be like nerds,
yes.
No, put us down. We always like
no, for real. Like the men. So basically, because you have a caste in every race. Yeah. So I might be like we had Haitian here, somebody that was Haitian. I might feel like you inferior to me because I feel like I'm smarter than you. I'm supposed to have more money than you, and we the same color. Yeah. So just like a country genre, white people, when a white person goes rap, they're gonna have No, once you went over there, you below us.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not racially derived. It's just about they want to make other people feel like you're just not as important. You know.
And I know the style of country too is like it's like poetry to freestyling to people. Like I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of it. It's a richer form of music. It's storytelling. I think that's what they lean on more so,
but it was created by black people. So I mean, at the end of the day,
according to Lord Jamar, yes. According to Lord Jamar, yes.
You know,
I just think, hey, put on your boots.
Hey,
put on your boots.
And have some fun.
Have some fun.
I like that.
And then in your boots, twerk the sexy red, and then go back to your line dancing. So.
We might have to pull us to the country club.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all come on. Y'all gonna have a good time, and it's packed, and it's everybody in there.
Ooh,
all kinds.
I love dance floors. Yeah,
they got
do a line dance
out
there.
Oh. Basically, the whole video to Lose Your Cool is that place.
Oh wow!
Yeah, y'all was doing the clap.
I love it. So that was a real moment.
Yeah,
like,
that was a real club night. That was a real.
So you was like going to a country club, like you can walk up to the DJ, break your record, and all that. Oh wow! Because that was going crazy to it. Like I saw the video.
I worked it in the country clubs. I really did. Thank you. I did.
I love it.
And it's so much good energy there. Like I don't know. So it was fun. Y'all would love it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's what's up.
Well, hey, Queen, thank you so much for coming back to see us.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Promote your music before you leave.
Yeah,
what you got out?
What you got? What can we
promoting?
expect from you, Queen? Tell us all about it.
Oh, okay. Well, right now I am pushing my new EP that I just dropped titled Tea Time. It's my first EP. Hey. And
You laughing? What you laughing? When you try to multitask, it just be a lot. Okay, yes.
We know.
We focus.
But, no, okay. No, so my new EP, Tea Time, which I just dropped actually right before his passing, and he had just dropped his project. We was actually gonna do our run together, which is why I got to keep doing the run.
That's right.
But the single that I'm pushing right now is called Eat Down, and he produced the beat, and we came up with that last because the project was done, and we was doing our walk around the neighborhood, and he was like, "You need another one like Twerk on Everybody, though." He's like, "You showing them you can sing, you showing them who you are." He said, "But I think you need to show that you also be lit in the clubs, like Twerk on Everybody." And so I was walking, and I was like, "Okay, well, shoot, eat down." And then I just started saying it, and then he was like, "I'm gonna be thinking of the beat," because I walk ahead of him a little bit, and he walked behind me to just watch me because he said he liked to make sure people ain't driving by looking at me. So.
And he protects. I love it.
He's very protective.
Don't play about you.
So I came up with the hook, and then we got to the house, and he was like, "Let me hear what you came up with," because I saw your head bobbing, and so I did, and he created the beat right then and there, and that's the song that we pushing, and he wanted it for himself, low key, the song, and that's why I only put one verse, because it was for me to come back and him to be on it. But that's the song he really believed in, want me to push. He believed in the whole project. Yeah. But Eat Down, he was like, I know that's a given. And then Pretty Screwed Up and Boy You Know are the next two I'm pushing. Pretty Screwed Up is produced by him too. And that's more slower felt, like, just kind of telling my story more so, like being from the north side, showing that I went through things. I don't look like what I went through, but I have a hell of a story. Right. And that's what he always says. He's like, man, people don't know. Like, you really, like, you've been getting it out the mud. So that's what that song is. And he produced that one in the image of what he loves listening to R. Kelly, y'all. Don't judge him. Because we make the jokes, but we won't. But he lives in R. Kelly life. And so the beat was inspired from the R. Kelly, Aaliyah, Timberland, like, realm of music. So when you hear it, it does bang. It's very Houston though. And then Boy You Know. And I just dropped all those videos, so those are out. Sorry for the long story. But stream my new EP, Tea Time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all social platforms at TALAMESHIA. It's Talameshia.
Talameshia.
You gotta say it like that so you can remember it. Because people are like, what?
Absolutely.
Y'all better tap in.
Please tap in. Well, Queen, we usually ask our guests to provide, positive words of affirmation, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like your presence that's enough for us. The fact that you're here.
Infinite vibes.
Infinite vibe.
Your
The
presence,
vibes.
yeah, 'cause, you know, you really out here, you moving and shaking, and just know if you ever heard enough today, we love you, Shawty.
I
We
Yeah,
love
love
y'all
you.
you
Thank
got
you
our
so
support.
much.
You got our
Thank
support.
Yeah.
We love
Thank
you. We're here. Shout out to Troy Marshall. Shout out to A-Rod. Long live Disgusting Justin. B King. Your music will live on forever. And hey, that's what it is,
That's
man.
right.
Bitch.
Infinite Vibes, Miranda,
I
man, and
love it.
Talameshia is in the building.
Hey.
With her brave self, man.
Thank you.